He was incredible. Like, he was so happy and smiley, and he loved his job, like, more than anything, and his family, and he was, like, one of those people that just, like, touches your life by, like, smiling or just with a hello. He never, I don't think I ever saw him without a smile on his face, and he was just amazing and just a wonderful person, someone like you want in your life.
D-Hoff was the kind of guy that he was there for everybody, and he genuinely cared about his job so much, and we could come to him with anything, and so he just got along with everyone really well, and we're all going to miss him. He always said, every day almost in his class, he's like, be the class that you want to teach one day, and it's just, like, it always made us think when we were, like, goofing off in class and stuff. We were just like, okay, well, you know, this is what D-Hoff said the other day. We should probably listen, and maybe it'll work.
To me, he was kind of like the Santa of teaching year round. He always, like, I don't know, just like talking to him or just coming up to him, he always has something positive to say or some insight on teaching that you could always rely on him. Like, if you had a bad day, he'd be like, oh, you'll be okay, it'll be fine, tomorrow's always a better day, and it always feels good to make a difference in someone's life. I talked to him just recently, the Monday, that day, and I told him about how my field experience, I really love it, and I'm enjoying it, and I just sat in there and got sidetracked, and we were just talking about all the things that have been happening in my life, and all that, and he was doing what he loves, and I want to do the same thing all the way up until I die.
Like, he just, like, really, he always, like, asked about you, like, specifically, and he just wanted to know more about you, and really, like, make, like, the conversation with you special, not just like, hey, how are you, but, like, hey, how was that soccer game last night, or something like that. So that's what I remember the most about him.
He always wanted to make sure everyone was okay. Like, that was his biggest thing. It was such, like, a big group of people, but somehow he seemed to know everybody's status. Like little things that you wouldn't think that he would, like, take kind of, like, care in. Like, I ran for vice president in the hall, I didn't get it. It really wasn't that big of a deal. I was walking by his office, it's like, hey, how are you? I was like, I'm fine. He's like, are you sure? I was like, is there something I don't know? He's like, no, I just heard you lost the election. I want to make sure you're doing all right. Yeah. He knew, like, everything everyone was doing somehow.
Yeah. When my uncle died, he pulled me aside and he was just like, are you okay? I don't know. And then, like, not only that, but one time after class, or no, it was before class, and we just, the past couple of weeks, we've just been talking before class, and it's just been nice. Just that he listens to me, and he listens to all of us. He cares. It's nice.
I remember O-Reg when I came here, he, like, took pictures of us on a dry erase board and had her write our names, and I was kind of freaked out by it, because he's like, I'm going to know your name when you come here. And I was like, hey, do you remember me? He's like, he's like, Connor. I was like, yeah, how'd you know? He's like, oh, I looked at your picture. So, it just shows how much he cares. Like, he's willing to, like, even take pictures of you, like, with your name above you on a whiteboard, just to make sure he knows your name. So, his wife is probably the nicest lady ever. Because my grandma, like, knits and stuff, and after I went over to help rake leaves for him, like, she knitted me a scarf, and I was like, I knew how much time it took, because I've seen my grandma, it took her like 3 weeks, and she did like 4 or 5 of them, so I was like, she must have been just kicking those things out. Like, she had a secret stash or something, but she asked, like, what colors we wanted, and I was like, oh man, what's she making us? She made me a scarf. So, I broke up with my girlfriend, and so I was like single, and like, he looked on Facebook, and so like, I was just coming back from the sub shop, and I stopped by his office to say hi. Like, he's like, hey, so I hear you're single. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, it's Facebook. official. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, so, who do you have in mind? And I'm like, wow, I think Doc Hoffman just pretty much called me out. They made my day.
So excited when he got his Facebook.
Yeah.
He would come up to people and be like, I wrote on your wall. And I was walking back from class. He's like, oh, Mark, I wrote on your Facebook. I was like, all right.
Still can't believe he called me out.
Like in this video, his interview to us, he was like, I have a Facebook. I know, like, I'm pretty cool. Like, it's just so cute. Because he is cool. So, but I like that he admitted that. That was good.
And he meant so much to PCC, and he loved all of us so much, and we're going to miss him incredibly. And I think he was a huge part of BG's whole community, and he just meant a lot to everyone, even like Chapman, people that didn't know him or, missing him, and he just touched everyone.